Okay, we just picked up this 85-inch Samsung The Frame with QLED technology. So we have a new fireplace we're putting in. We're waiting on it to get taped and mudded and all that, but I want to go ahead and open this up now because I want to feed the one connect wire through the space we already have to make sure it works, and then also measure where the brackets are going to go. All right, so this TV is going to go right there where that new fireplace is. We're still going to get it mudded and taped, but I'm going to go ahead and feed the one connect wire through that one spot where we've got a spot for it. You'll see we've already put a HDMI wire in there with a little tube, so we can kind of feed it out the other side over here and connect the one connect box. I figured it'd be a good time to measure and kind of maybe even get the brackets drawn in there at least right now. So here is the one connect box. Opening it up, let's open it up and let's see what's inside. Here's all the connections. There's 4 HDMI, a LAN, optical out, the normal coax, USB, then we got the power here. Comes nicely wrapped. Here's the remote, here's the power cord, here's the one connect cable. We're going to connect this one connect cable to the HDMI, which is just black electrical tape, and try to feed it down through. So when we put this new fireplace up, we went ahead and fed this HDMI through there before they put the sheetrock up. So just for this purpose, so that I could have something to fish through. And so I'm gonna connect this right here with some black electrical tape, try to pull it down through there. So as I stated before, I had my contractor put a hose kind of tube in there, so we fed a HDMI wire so that we could feed the one connect through and put it on there with ease. But it was too thick. The one connect wire was too thick, so we had to put a separate one. You see that white one there? I took off the sheetrock before they mudded it, and we fed it through that way, so we were able to feed the one connect wire. Still got the HDMI, not that we need it. Okay, we've gone ahead and taken the top of the box off. And inside is the one connect box, but I already took that out. It's sitting over there on the table and already did the cable, as I mentioned. Here's some stands for it. Not that I think anyone would ever want to do that. And down here in this box says wall mount. So we're going to go ahead and open that up and we're going to get started. I know that we got to put some stuff on the back of here. We'll take all this stuff off. And just the tools that I have so far, I don't know if I'm going to need more, but obviously measuring tape, a drill, stud finder, some drill bits, and a level. And we'll kind of go from there. All right, here's the wall mount, and you'll see that's nicely packaged. Just open it up, and you're going to find your template in here with all your, necessary tools and things for mounting it to the wall. Now, this is a TV that you want to get, obviously you buy it so you can get it close to the wall, and so this enables you to get it as close as you might be able to. But as you know, walls aren't perfectly straight. Even though we just had a fireplace put in, it's not going to go, with no gap. There'll be a slight gap, but you can install it with this with spacers if you have a gap on top and you kind of want to match it on the bottom, and there's some longer screws for that too. These are the ones that go on top onto the wall, and these smaller ones will connect into that, and then you can adjust it around pretty good actually. So on the back of the TV, you put these two things first, and this enables the bracket that hooks onto the wall to move around, and it shows you pretty simple how to do it. One arrow facing the other way, so the arrow facing to the right there, and then the other one facing to the left. We put them on here, they're facing each other. It's pretty easy, just peel and stick. They don't have to be perfect, there's 2 of them. So these are marked A and B, although they're really left and right, but we'll show you in a minute. They're spacers again. If you wanted to have a little space, you could do that. So the instruction is pretty good. So you got a smaller screw and a larger screw. If you're going to use the spacers, you use a larger screw, and there's actually a little washer in there too, but we're not going to use those spacers, so I'm going to use the smaller screws. And so again, like I said before, they're actually left and right, even though the packaging says A and B, but it's pretty simple. The back of the TV on the right hand side is the right, and the left hand side is the left. So obviously there's the right side, and that's, I pulled that bar away so you can kind of show you how when you get up close to the wall you'll be able to hook it on. So here's the template, and of course we have the 85-inch. There's different sizes, and you'd be able to use your template to measure and kind of help you hang it on the wall. So this one's the 85. You put these two together, tape it there, and then you could measure it out on your wall. So I'm trying to find the middle here in between the two sides, obviously, and then I'm measuring the height of the TV. It's about 47.75 or something like that. So I kind of want to get an idea of where I want to put the TV above the fireplace. And so this is about 54 inches long with an 84-inch wide. The template is, not the TV. The template's about 54 inches. The TV is about 75. So I'm finding the middle here, 54 or 55 inches, sorry. And then I'm trying to measure the distance between where it'll hook on to the bracket and the top of the TV, so I can kind of get an idea on my wall where it's going to fit. So I used the template and I measured and I found a stud and I pre-drilled some holes. That's not crooked. I know in the camera it looks crooked, but anyway we adjust it later. But I found studs on both sides and I was using sheetrock holders for the others. Here's the one connect. I would suggest putting it in before you hang it, just like my wife and I are going to do. Pull those brackets out as far as you can so that you can see they move around pretty good, so you can adjust really well later, so as long as you get it on there. So this first picture is a little crooked, but I do adjust it later and it winds up being just fine. It's pretty easy to adjust. So you kind of push it against the back there, and there's two options you can do for setting up. You can use your phone or you can use the remote. And I just went ahead and took a picture of the QR code and used my phone to set it up. And then if you have any other Samsung devices, you can connect them on. Here's setting up the apps and everything, but you can go to gallery here and you can find free ones to look at. There's ones that of course you can pay for. You can do a monthly subscription, what have you, but you can do a preview of some. Like this is a preview of one of the ones I looked at, but it looks pretty cool. One little thing I was disappointed in is there's that little remote sensor there, and it kind of shows up, but it's not a big deal. So anyway, there you go. There's the frame TV, and I'm going to show you here how close we were get to the wall. We're going to try to mess with it a little more, but you can see there's a small gap at the top. When you're looking at the side, you can barely see anything because there's no wire. All right, take care, guys.